Today, I'm Nestor Leconte with the Pacific Daily News. Here are our top stories from the PDN newsroom. Guam's post-pandemic economic expansion will continue with increased military construction as the primary driver, according to testimony during Monday's meeting of the Special Economic Services, which includes executive branch financial officials. Gary Hiles, chief economist for the Guam Department of Labor, said planned military projects in the near future drastically exceed the number of ongoing projects, which essentially ensures that military construction will go up in the short term because these are actual contracts, he said. The record number of H-2B skilled foreign laborers has helped to fuel the massive ongoing construction of Marine Corps Base Camp Laws, Hiles said. He added that the increased economic activity associated with the construction will flow into the greater household incomes and will boost residents' expenditures as well. In other news, early voting for the 2024 primary election officially opened Monday, with over 200 early birds choosing to cast their ballots as soon as possible. Some 15 minutes before the doors at the early voting center at the Westin Resort Guam opened at 10 a.m., around a dozen voters were being ferried up via golf cart from the parking lot. Guam Election Commission Executive Director Maria Pangilinan advises voters not to wait until the last day to vote early if they are trying to avoid the crowd. In the 2022 primary and general election, some 12,000 voters cast a ballot early, according to GEC data. And finally, a resolution asking the Secretary of Defense to share critical information on the proposed 360-degree missile defense system for Guam by a top DoD research and development center, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology's Lincoln Lab, drew support during a public hearing on Monday. Speaker Therese Terlahi's Resolution 43337 requests access to the unclassified version of the independent assessment of the integrated air and missile defense architecture to defend Guam, which was authorized by U.S. Public Law 117-263 and commissioned by the DoD in 2023. The information is needed, said Terlahi, ahead of the deadline for public comment on a 378-page environmental assessment, which was extended by the military from July 2nd to August 2nd at the request of local officials. There are specific concerns about missile testing from Andersen Air Force Base and the impact on surrounding property owners. A 99-year-old hero returns to Guam 80 years after helping to liberate the island from Japanese occupation during World War II. Former U.S. Marine Corporal Frank Wright arrived Sunday night to a hero's welcome that the Guam Visitors Bureau, along with the Marine Corps Base Camp Laws, organized. When he first came to Guam, he was a young Marine. Now in his twilight years, Wright will be taking part in the festivities celebrating the 80th anniversary of Guam's Liberation Day on July 21st. In other news, workers on Guam had an average hourly wage of $20.29 an hour in May 2023. If you're wondering how Guam's earnings compare to the rest of the U.S., island residents earn $11.19 an hour less than the average national hourly wage of $31.48. These numbers are based on a newly released report from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics that calculated data from all industry sectors on Guam. And finally, just how safe is imported foreign bottled drinking water? That was the discussion during a public hearing Monday on Senator Dwayne Nicholas's Bill 283-37, which seeks to require the inspection of imported foreign water. The bill would prohibit the import of foreign bottled water until a sample is tested and approved by a certified lab and further verified by the Department of Public Health and Social Services. For more of these stories, go to GuamPDN.com and follow us on social media.